Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my October wrap-up as well as my November TBR, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it because I do have quite a few books to share with you today. So for October, I read 3 physical books as well as one book on my Kindle. I don't have like the actual book because it was like a review book, but it is 36 Questions That Changed My Mind About You. I will link my Goodreads down below if you want to see what I thought about it. I believe I gave it like a 3 or a 3.5 star. So the next book that I read in October was actually Wonder, and it was by R.G. Palacio. I believe that's how you say the last name. And I actually read this because I was in a reading slump, and I asked on my Facebook, I believe I'm a part of like the Page Habit book club or something like that, and I asked what book would be good to get me out of a reading slump, and this book was suggested to me. I really loved this book. I thought it was beautiful. It broke my heart. It made me laugh. It made me cry. I just absolutely love this, and I cannot wait for the movie. I believe it is coming out next week. So I'm so excited to watch that. I hope it is going to be just as good as the movie. I did watch the preview for it, or the trailer for it, and it made me have the same feelings as the book in just like a 30-second trailer. So I think I will go see that, and I will probably be crying my eyes out because it was just such a good book. I believe everyone, even though it is a middle grade novel, I believe everyone needs to read this book. So the next book that I read was actually the only book that I read during the Spookathon Readathon. It's not even a book that is spooky at all, but it met one of the challenges, which was to have orange on the cover, and the book was I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn and Allison Raskin. I actually read this book pretty quick during the week, but afterwards I just couldn't get to reading because I had like tests coming up and just like so much going on that I just couldn't pick up a book. I did really enjoy this one. I can't remember what I gave it. I think I gave it either a 3.5 or a 4 star on my Goodreads. I did enjoy it. It is told in like messages. The entire book they're like messaging or like text messaging each other or emailing, and I did really enjoy it. It does have to do with like best friends in college as well as like anxiety and boys and everything. Like it was a really good read. It was a quick read, so if you're looking for something very fast for like a readathon, this would be really good. So I did enjoy this book a lot. And then the next book that I read, I really enjoyed. It was One Dark Throne by Kendara Blake. I did read Three Dark Crowns, I believe in September, at the end of September. And this book, I did get it signed. And I don't really want to say what it's about because it is, of course, the second book in a, either, the book is in here backwards, either a trilogy or a quartet. She hasn't really said yet. So this is what it says. It says, Cindy, there can only be one, and then that is her signature down there. I really enjoyed this, but basically it is about a world where only women rule, and every so often the queen has a set of triplets, and basically the triplets are separated when they are little, and at the age of 16 they must come together and kill each other, where the last one standing is going to be queen. I absolutely love the characters. There are 3 queens, an elemental, a naturalist, as well as a poisoner, and the naturalist is absolutely my favorite, but like the poisoner I'm not like too crazy about. I know I've seen a lot of people review it and say that they absolutely love like the poisoner's world, and that was like the only aspect they loved, but for some reason I couldn't resonate with their world. I just couldn't form a bond with it, but I absolutely love the story. I think it is like wonderfully told, and at the end of this book, the second book, there is a queen, so I'm not really sure what she's going to be doing with the 3rd and 4th book in the series, or if there even is going to be a 4th book, but I will read whatever has to deal with this world because I absolutely loved it. So those are the 3 books that I read along with the arc. So this is my November TBR. I'm going to be starting off with the 2 books that I am currently reading. This is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I don't have the dust jacket on it because I'm reading it currently. I am loving this book. It has to deal with a main character named Aza. She has OCD and anxiety, which is perfectly portrayed in her character. I know that it is based off of John Green's own OCD tendencies. So I am loving this book. It has to do with her looking for a millionaire or billionaire that has gone missing, and they are looking for him in order to get a $100,000 reward. And it is just such a fun read. I read 200 pages of it in like one sitting basically, and now I only have about 60 pages left to go, and I'm so excited to finish it. I think this is going to be like my favorite John Green book. And then the other book that I'm currently reading is Hunger by Roxane Gay. I got this from my local library. I'm trying not to buy that many books, so I will be doing more like library books, maybe some library hauls and stuff on my channel, because I feel like that's something that's really underspoken in BookTube. I'm about 130 pages into this. I'm really liking this. This is talking about, it's a memoir, so it is like her real life, and it is her dealing with her weight, and just like it's just so good. It's so honest, and I really think you should just go into this not knowing too much about what you're going into, but it is definitely a harder read because it is a true story, and what she has gone through. I know that she doesn't want to be told that she's like a hero or anything, but she is just such a strong woman, and I'm loving this book. So then the next 4 books, I know I'm trying to be super ambitious this month, but it is Thanksgiving break and everything from school, so if I don't get ahead in my schoolwork, I will get ahead in my reading goals. I only have 8 more books to reach my challenge for Goodreads, but I set it pretty low. I had it at 50 and then I brought it down to 30 because this semester was just intense. So the next book is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I began this book a couple months ago on audiobook. I only got about 70 pages in, but I was absolutely loving it, but just with like everything going on, I couldn't finish it. So I'm currently having the, I currently have the audiobook on hold again from the library, trying to get it because the audiobook is amazing. So I will be starting this series because I know that it is going to be adapted soon, and I want to watch it because I've heard such great things. So along with the first book, I am going to be attempting to read the second book, and this is actually my copy. I got it on Thrift Books, I think, and it was just like an old library book. And this is The Dream Thieves, which is book 2. And then these are 2 new releases that I really want to get to. I don't know if I will be getting to all of these books this month because it is quite a lot, and I am going to be doing 2 readathons, one of which the TBR should have been posted before this video, and then one at the end of the month. So this is Warcross by Marie Lu. I have been hearing such amazing things about this book, and it has been absolutely everywhere, like everywhere. There's no way that I can dodge it, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like this book is everywhere. So I am so excited to read this. I hope it's as great as everyone says it is. I haven't read anything by Marie Lu yet, so this will be my first book that I read. And this, along with Warcross, has been everywhere, and it is Wild Beauty by Anna Marie Miclemore. It has been getting amazing reviews, like such great reviews. I know Books and Lala absolutely loved it, and it is about, I believe, a group of women that can make flowers come out of their hands, like grow flowers out of their hands, and there also is a curse where like if they fall deeply in love with a man, the man will die. That happens to be like, I feel like more books are coming out with that same premise, like the whole you fall in love with a man and he dies thing, because there is a book that I was reading a while ago with that same premise, but I just couldn't get into it. I cannot remember what the name of the book is, but I could not get into that book. So I really hope this book is better. But this was like a total cover buy, but then reviews have been justifying the purchase because I've heard that this is absolutely amazing. Those are the books that I read in October, as well as the huge stack that I plan on reading in November. I really hope I can get through most of these books. I think it's going to be a really good reading month. And I already finished 1 book for the month, and then these 2 will not take me long to finish, so that's already 3. So I'm kind of almost there. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!